We have, of course, seen previous warnings from Nigel Farage about the national security emergency our country faces when it comes to illegal migration, these boats crossing from France to England. Clearly, the government don't agree, which is the only explanation as to why they've allowed, over the past few days, you can see the number of people and the number of boats per day there. Basically, every single day recently, you've seen these crossings allowed to continue. That despite the fact we've seen from the previous immigration minister, for instance, Robert Jenrick, warning that terror suspects have been allowed into the country via this route. And then we have today the shocking, disturbing case of an Afghan man who came to this country on a small boat, now being jailed after the threat to kill Nigel Farage. But you can see here the key point that we don't know who these people are. And so you see some discrepancy here over the information the authorities had. The court heard it was thought he'd given a false name in the UK to hide his Swedish criminal history, including convictions for carrying a knife in a public place and threatening behaviour, records suggesting he'd been convicted of 17 offences on 12 separate occasions. And you see here the Swedish authorities believing that the age given different as well, and that the judge ruling the reasons for giving a false name were because he had a criminal record in Sweden and an outstanding 6-month prison sentence in Sweden. This is a national security emergency, and this is what Nigel Farage had to say about it today.
It was about the maximum sentence that could possibly have been given, 5 years, given the scale of the offence. And I thank Justice Stein, I thank the judge for saying what she said. But the fact is that in 18 months' time, this violent criminal, somebody with 17 convictions in Sweden, in 18 months' time, he will be in this country, living in a house of multiple occupancy or a hotel. He'll be free to walk the streets whilst his asylum claim is being judged. And the only reason we know about this guy is because somebody sent it to me on TikTok. And it makes me wonder, how many other Madder passers are there now in this country? Or will there be as the boats continue to cross the channel? So I'm pleased with the judgment, but deeply, deeply concerned that this guy will be out free in 18 months. A strange twist at the end, when he was after the sentence, he was speaking from the dock, trying to be heard, making it perfectly clear that he'd rather go back to Afghanistan. Now in Germany, there are plane loads of people going back to Afghanistan. I wonder if in 18 months' time, the only thing that stops him being on our streets is we have some kind of deal with Afghanistan. I doubt it, but at least it's a possibility, and the Germans have shown us what they can do. So I've got mixed feelings. It was right to bring this case. I'm happy with the sentence. I'm happy with the win. But I repeat, in 18 months' time, this violent criminal will be free on our streets. Thank you. Sorry? Well, he wants to be deported. He said he'd rather go back to Afghanistan. You know, I mean, that's what he wants to do, and we should satisfy that as soon as we can.